Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back here to today's episode of Intuitive Angling, and really appreciate you guys coming by the channel and checking the video out. And I was planning on doing the video this morning in the tackle room to show you some baits, but the power went off at our house today, or this morning, so I didn't have any lights and I couldn't get the garage doors open. So actually I had to run a few errands in town here at the lumberyard, so I'm going to do the video from the lumberyard parking lot here. Guys, today I'm going to give you all 3 different techniques to try in the month of March that you probably have never used before, but has been some of the most productive ways to catch bass in the month of March for myself. So I'm going to go over each one of those, sort of describe what you need to do and what you need to look for, and I think it's going to add up to some good fish for you guys during the month of March coming up here. Also, guys, big thank you out there to everybody that's been hitting the subscribe button here at the Tune of Angling, or the subscribe button here at the Tune of Angling, and also thank you for everybody that's been using the tackle warehouse links we put in the description. If you're buying your fishing tackle, that's really helping out, and I really appreciate that, guys. Okay, guys, I'm going to give you 3 things that I use in the month of March that you probably haven't used, that you probably should try, because I catch a lot of good fish on them. So I'm going to describe what those 3 things are, and then sort of go over the scenario, the situation they work in. The first of all, guys, is a brown jig with a solid orange trailer on it. Now, what you want to do is just get you a brown jig. Usually in March, I like a 3/8 ounce size. Take solid brown jig, 3/8 ounce jig, and then get you a Zoom big salty chunk or a Zoom super chunk. One of the two. Those are my 2 favorites. You guys may have a favorite trailer, but those are my 2 favorite. Bottle of orange dye and dip the entire trailer in orange, where it's just a bright orange trailer, and put it on that brown jig. Guys, when you put that solid orange trailer against that brown jig, it looks so good in the water when you get the right situation as far as the right water clarity. The right water clarity for it, or the whole situation for it, is water temperatures sort of in the 50s, anywhere between low 50s to upper 50s. Water visibility of anywhere between, say, 1.5 to 2.5 feet is what I prefer on there. If you gave me like the perfect water clarity scenario for that color, it'd be about probably 15-18 inches clarity. Normally I'm just pitching it and flipping it around any shallow cover. It's good around docks, it's good around grass, it's good around lay down trees and, you know, stumps and logs in the water, you know, whatever cover that you have to pitch and flip around. But for whatever reason, guys, that brown and solid orange chunk, not just the legs on it, but the entire chunk, the entire trailer orange, it glows a little bit in the water, and maybe it resembles some type of an orange on the crawdads in March. I'm not sure what it is, but I catch a bunch of good fish on that. Second one, guys, is to take a big lipless crankbait. My favorite is to take like a 3/4 ounce, a big 3/4 ounce rattle trap, or even a 1 ounce rattle trap, or that 3/4 ounce Megabass Vibration X, a big lipless crankbait, and fish it in March, guys, around the same targets that you would throw a spinnerbait and a chatterbait, shallow against the bank. So again, based upon the cover that you have, it's all about target bank fishing. If you got some lay down trees, take that big 3/4 ounce lipless crankbait and run it around the edge of that tree. If you got docks, take that big lipless crankbait, run it around the corners of the docks. Fish it in shallow water, where places where most people don't ever throw one. Most people associate a lipless crankbait with sort of like covering open water, like for grass and that type of stuff, but it's really good around targets. I take it a lot of times and I'll just flip it. I'll flip it, back into an opening and some laydowns, or flip it underneath some dock piers and reel it maybe 3 or 4 feet before I have to reel it back into the boat. But there's something about that, guys. I don't know what it is, but when that water's in the 50s, that big lipless crankbait in really shallow water is a really good way to catch them. And the colors, I usually, prefer some type of an orangish or a red or something like that. And guys, the final one to try in the month of March, a lot of people don't do it, is, again, this is all about water temperature being in the 50s for all these techniques. Get you a big full-size black buzzbait. I prefer that Megabass Jamaican boa. And also, guys, I'll link all of the lures that I'm talking about here in my tackle warehouse descriptions if you guys want to try some. Big 3/4 ounce, 1/2 ounce black buzzbait with a big black blade on it, and then get a solid chartreuse trailer. You can take, one of my favorite is to take that Zoom Z Swim, like in some type of a white color. Dip the entire thing chartreuse on it, or whatever trailer that you prefer on there. That's just the one I like. solid chartreuse trailer with that black skirt. And again, guys, there's something about, you know, the way that that black and that chartreuse go together on that top water. I catch a bunch of fish on a buzzer on that combination in cooler water before anyone's fishing it. So I start fishing it when that water temperature starts to get in the low to mid 50s. And again, I'm looking for some off-colored water, some type of a shallow target. You know, these things I'm talking about, guys. If you're a spotlighter and you fish, all you need is little minnow baits, some weenie worms, and just troll around in the middle of the lake all day long, this isn't going to work for you. But if you just like to regular bass fish or real bass fish, these things are going to add up for you. But anyway, that black with the chartreuse trailer on there, in combination with that water visibility of sort of that 1.5 to 3 foot visibility, and the water temperature in the 50s, it puts some big fish shallow, and that black and chartreuse buzzer will catch some shallow fish, especially if you have like one of those unseasonably warm days. Like, say for example, it's mid-March and it's 5 degrees over normal temperature and it's cloudy. Oh man, put that buzzer on, guys. You'll catch some good ones on it. But anyway, guys, that's 3 that you probably have not tried, specific setups in March. That brown jig with a solid orange chunk, the big 3/4 ounce rattle trap, fishing super shallow with it, and the black and chartreuse buzzer. I catch a lot of good ones on it in March, so you might want to give it a try. So talk later, see it.